name is Judith Zubieta. I am Mexican. I am a researcher at the Social Sciences Institute at UNAM, the National University of Mexico. I have a degree in applied mathematics and I did my PhD in the United States in systems sciences. I teach at the School of Engineering in Mexico, so it means that I am an advocate of multidisciplinary research, and that's the way I approach gender issues in my common research. I was appointed Dean of the School of Distance Learning at the university 4 years ago, and I was also elected Vice President of the Mexican Mathematical Society. Well, I think that as in many other countries, one of the main contributions or the main gains that we have in those areas is that women is allowed into the universities. Women are pretty much able to choose or to say they want to pursue higher education. Before it wasn't that easy, now it is becoming a natural thing. And I guess we have to do a little bit more into getting women into the hard sciences, mathematics, physics, some branches of engineering. But I guess eventually we are approaching that moment in time where we will have more women interested in pursuing higher education degrees in these STEM disciplines. That's one of the progress. Another progress is regarding with professors. Professors are also women professors are more accepted into peer review committees. They are becoming very, very slowly, but they're becoming to be recognized as peers to their male colleagues in terms of committees or commissions dedicated to evaluation of their own productivity, of their own accomplishments, but also those commissions in charge of giving out prizes. So if we keep on putting an eye or watching the presence of women in these committees, in these activities, I think that the chances are a lot greater, much greater for the rest of the younger women to be there, to become part of this sort of decision-making bodies. I think that the main challenge is culture, because culture embodies values, but it also legitimizes attitudes. We want women to be recognized and to have the same opportunities as men to be nominated to, for instance, to become president of a university, or we want them to be acknowledged for their own accomplishments in terms of research findings, research grants, and that's not usually the case. And I think that one problem that we've faced is that the women who have the chance to get into graduate school and get a PhD degree, for example, are usually women who do it rather quietly because they don't want to draw too much attention into them. They don't want their families to suffer because of these so-called sacrifices that sometimes women have to do in order to fulfill the roles that we are meant to fulfill, like at home, taking care of the family, taking care of the children when we are younger, taking care of our fathers and mothers when we grow up, and it's the women who are in charge of all these different activities and different responsibilities at home. So we have to be able to create in these rather controlled environments like the academia, the recognition that women deserve in order to make them more visible and to make some younger students have a model, a role, a figure to inspire them to pursue the same career, the same trajectory. I think that most of our colleagues are still very macho oriented in terms of their behavior and in terms of being willing to recognize women's achievements and women's brightness. Why not? Well, by 2030, I think that we are going to be witnessing a major change, which is that harassment is going to be totally erased from the university life. I think that we have struggled enough. We have legitimized our point and our stand and the place where we stand to reject all sorts of abuse, all sorts of harassment, and all sorts of sexual violence. Now it's pretty much generally criticized, and it's there is a word for it. It is criminalized, which is very, very good. So one thing for a female student to feel free in the campus life is knowing that she is not going to be harassed or in a situation of violence or sexual violence with a professor, with a male professor, with her classmates, or with any other worker in the university environment. I think that's a big achievement, and I really want to stress the importance of it.